Yeah, so my name is Levin. I identify as a transmasculine, kind of non-binary person. I like to think of myself as an artist of sorts. And uh, what brought me here really was I was really interested in, one, working in VR because I've never done that before. Two, I'm really interested in talking about gender and sexuality in my artwork. I found this project to be really interesting and I'm really excited about it.
My name is Terrence. I go by he, him pronouns, and I identify as a trans, masculine, bisexual male. So I'm a musician and an artist and a poet and upcoming activist, I hope. I'm here because I want to present my vision to other youth, especially like trans youth. I think it's really important.
My name is Eden. I'm an 18-year-old trans girl. I'm a drag queen, and I'm also a mechanic, if you count bodywork on cars, mechanics, and also repairing engines. Honestly, I'm hoping I can inspire other people just be what they want to be without any barriers.
I'm working on my porch, my future porch. I just made wheelchair ramp and some stairs because I want this building to be super accessible.
Right now, I'm working on my sidewalk on the evil side, making it look all grimy and used, falling apart type stuff, kind of like apocalyptic-ish.
So I am working on a cat. The idea is that we're going to make this a little animation.
I feel like people view trans people as a threat to heteronormative society.
I for sure just didn't even know what the word gay meant until I was in like grade 7, and it was always used in a negative context.
With everything I've faced, I've already become stubborn, but I know I'm going to become more stubborn because I still get insults and I still let it get to me.
Some media and like how movies portray trans people can be like really confusing for trans youth.
Educating people about queer history is really important to me in that sense because it's such a vast, huge history that a lot of people just don't know about.
As years go by, it's honestly stop listening to people and only listen to people who care about you.
For me personally, when trans people have been like portrayed in movies or on TV shows, they're always sad and they hate themselves and they hate their bodies, and a lot of the time they use the words like, I was born in the wrong body. And for me, and I know other trans people, that's not how it is, and the wrong body isn't the right term, and it's just it's wrong how everyone sees them. It's not what's wrong with them.
Here's gender identity, here's sexual orientation. There's a line. But they intersect. But they are at the end of the day like two different things, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. My piece was inspired kind of by the concept of future and having a future, because I just don't generally think about the future a lot, and it was kind of also inspired by feeling like I want the world to be a place that's more open. It's a piece where I made like this open porch, so I'm just inviting myself to open to like a collective community, and where that collective community can express however they would like to and be who they are.
Well, on my art, I have two large pieces of land, kind of a good versus bad kind of deal. One piece of land represents conformity and a lot of barriers and evil and negative energy. And the other piece of land represents freedom and unity and expression and love and togetherness. On one side, there's like police cars like guarding a gate so you can't get to the other side. But eventually, if we work as a collective, we will be able to get to the other side. In the past in my life, there's been a lot of times where I feel like I can't escape and that I'm being forced to conform into society, and I don't want that. This piece kind of represents how I have been able to get out of that box and to really become and blossom into a person that I want to become.
This entire story is inspired about what happens with transgender people when quite literally just want to go to the bathroom and it's no, you get booed out, no, you can't even go to the bathroom because of the major anxiety, and it raises all of these other questions in your head of, am I the only one in this situation? Am I the only person who has to feel like this? And I put a stage in there because this entire art piece of mine is basically inspired by my desire to not have gender binaries, not only on stage, but in general. So like I mentioned, the thoughts you get from going to the bathroom, they all stem into your personal life, and well, this is my personal life. I've always seen people best learn about a situation when it's from someone else's experience. So I'm hoping that my bathroom experience, that people will actually learn about that and, you know, smarten up for the next time rather than do this over and over and over. I guess it's made me feel able to be more open with people. As cheesy as that sounds, showing this to people, because that art was something really personal and I didn't expect to be showing that many people or anybody at all. I just thought to show my dad and I could go home. Yeah, this never happened. Don't ever speak of it again. Yeah, I don't get to do that now. Oh no, I'm happy I did this. And I've gotten nothing but positive feedback this whole time. And it does make one feel capable.
I really hope people will learn a little bit about our lives and in turn take that and apply some of this new knowledge to their lives and the people around them so that everyone can hopefully have a better experience living in this world, really. Absolutely, I think my vision for the future has been changed. I really have learned a lot from Eden and Terrence. And I've also learned a lot from actually getting to use the technology and, you know, use a different medium in my art. It feels so futuristic and it sounds so futuristic and it looks like the future, which is incredible. My vision for the future has often been really based in the past, but I think there's so much to come and there's so much that's going to change in the next however so many years that I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen.
I really hope that people will feel a sense of enlightenment and a sense of realization that there is a problem in today's society with the forceful pressure to conform to what is acceptable, and I hope that they make an effort to get out there and say something and to have conversations with people and to understand and empathize. I see a lot of VR art in my future now. I was not expecting to have such a fiery passion for this now. It's something that I really want to pursue. Also, just experimenting different types of art in general. I have a tendency of sticking to one thing and because I'm afraid of being bad at other things, but now I'm not as afraid and I really want to get into other forms of art and other forms of technology because art and technology are becoming one and I find that really fun.